Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. Uh, yeah, I'm Talion Trevere, here for this week's speed paint. After the last two were kind of intense, I thought this week we would do one that's a little bit more straightforward. Dare I say, even simple. So, this one should be a lot easier than the ones we've been doing the last few weeks. We'll just kind of chill with this one. Um, oh gosh, wait, hang on. I actually need to arrange my monitors a little bit. This is not the correct arrangement for drawing. I forgot to do that. Yeah, the other thing is that I have a brand new pen that I'm going to be trying out. Oh, oops. Oops. Hang on. Okay. I think we're okay now? Right. Yeah, new pen. Hopefully it will not have the same problems as the old one. It is suspiciously identical. I don't know if these brands are like getting their parts from the exact same manufacturer or what, but yeah, my old pen was an LG pen that just came with my laptop. And this one is called Lazarite. So, it's supposed to be different, but we'll see. So far, it seems to work just fine. But yeah, the old one worked fine for a long time too, until it started dying. So, you know, we'll still keep a positive outlook. This is way too low. That. Oh my gosh, this one's so simple. Look at how little stuff there is. There's just like a couple of rocks, and that's it. It's almost boring. Good luck making the pen obey. We'll see. Hopefully this one is more obedient. Yeah, like I remember looking at like forums and stuff saying how that LG pen just had a reputation for having like bad contact with the battery. So let's hope this one's better. This one is a little bit awkward because it's hard to tell what's going on in like that in between part, the border between the rocks and the water. But that's fine because it's mostly going to be obscured by mist anyway. What the heck even are these rock things here? They're like weird looking. So there's that. There's kind of a... Here it's especially hard to tell where the boundary is. It's also pretty vague. I think it's like about here is where the water ends. But I think we don't need to really have like a hard line there or anything. We do definitely need to get in these glowy bits. This, okay, that needs to be higher if I want to kind of get the vibe of that down. There's some kind of tree thing over here. Some kind of, I'm not going to put in the branches or anything. Some kind of little island here with some kind of weird plant or something on it. Actually, I think that might be, I think that's some kind of puzzle. All right, I think that's a decent place to start. The next question is always how to split up the layers. In this one, I think the colors are all like relatively similar to the point that I might even be able to just do this on one. Because, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I could definitely put the sky in a separate layer and then put the foreground stuff separately. Or maybe the sky and then these rocks and then the like water and stuff on a separate layer. I don't know. I don't think it makes that much of a difference for this one. But let's start with sky color, I guess. I don't like that. That's closer, but maybe a little bit much. I'm gonna start with this and then mess with it. Okay, definitely not in that corner though. No, let's just do that, whatever. Give this a bit of a blend. And then I think we're gonna need to go in even lighter. So over to this side, it has more of like a cyany tinge, while over this side, it's more of a purpley tinge. So we can try to do that. Even starting with like a darker color. Maybe even down here a little bit too. These are like such subtle, tiny color variations. I probably shouldn't spend too much time on them. But, you know, sometimes I just do things just for fun. Just for fun. There we go. Now let's go light bits. Not quite with the clouds yet. Okay. And then I think for the clouds, I'm just gonna have to go in with straight white. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to put in the mountains or the rocks first. And then put the clouds in relative to those. So let's put that on a separate layer. What color do we want to start with? That's decently close. Oh, you know what? I probably should have sketched in the reflection too. I think I'm going to do that actually. Just because I think that's very important. Sort of like that. Hey Tori, welcome to stream. How's it going? So this reflection is actually quite a bit more intense than the real thing. So I'm actually going to go in with this color for the reflection and then a more toned down one for the actual like rock. Maybe start with this color a little bit here, but yeah, you know what? Let's put that in first. No, it's fine here. Let's do the rest of this with a different color. We go a little bit purplier and lighter. So maybe something like this. That's probably too intense, but I think maybe we can start with that. Let's go with that for now. It's not perfect, but mm. Oh God, no. Pen. God fucking damn it. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. Okay, it's back. I was gonna say. Oh, this is not a great start, guys. Not a great start. Okay, I think it's time to switch over to different brush. Okay, I think this has ended up too purple. We're gonna have to put some blues back in here. The highlights up here are more like warm, yellow, orangey sunlight hitting it here. So that's gonna have to go a little bit later, I think. For now, we stick with the blues. So let's go back to a more bluish color. Paint in some more of the shadows. I feel like this is not quite the right blue color. Maybe we want to make it a little bit lighter. And get the darker one back for more of the shadows. And actually maybe even go darker than this. This is not lining up correctly, I don't think. It should be more over here. Uh-oh. Oh my God. It's doing the same thing. Brand new pen. Same issues. What is this? It's a conspiracy. Maybe it's not the pen. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's my computer. Whew. I was so hopeful too. I think this still kind of ended up too purple. Oops, my bad. I went a little overboard on the purple. Like I was misunderstood this whole time. Maybe. Maybe it was wrong of me to blame my pen. Um, hmm. These colors are not coming out how I want them. I think I still just went way overboard with that purple. Let's just make it a little bit more saturated just for fun. Saturated colors are always more fun. Hmm. Why is this just not coming out looking the way I want it to? Let's maybe start putting in the other rocks too. Just so we don't get too carried away in one place and then end up not having enough time for others. Not quite the right color for this. I don't think it's decent. It'll do. Except maybe up there. Um, Should we start putting in? Let's try putting in some of the warmer tones in there. How do we want to do that? I think if we take something like this, maybe, and start kind of gently brushing that in. Maybe a little bit like over here too, just for fun. And then keep going with like the lighter highlights. Oh boy. Pen is also still struggling a little bit. And Also just some highlights that are just with the regular blue color. Maybe even make that lighter, actually. Although that's pretty darn light. At some point, that's just going to start turning white. No, maybe we do want more blue in there. Hmm. I feel like we definitely need to smooth out a lot of this. Oh, there goes the pen again. I think I should be doing this with a darker color, a smaller brush. With the darker shadow color back again, and bring back some of the shadows that we kind of painted over. Okay, I probably should stop doing too much on this just so we get some time for other stuff. Because we are almost at halftime. Okay, yeah, let's do something else. I can't get too carried away. Um, let's try to get this one in real fast. And I guess I started doing the water on this same layer, so maybe I'll just do everything on that layer. Um, okay, yeah, let's just use this layer, whatever. I feel like I shouldn't. Let's be responsible. Let's maybe just cut this out. Oh, and then maybe even put this on a separate layer that I can draw under it. This, let's maybe get like purplier. Oops. That's maybe too intense. Um, uh-oh. Pen! Pen, no! Oh no. Okay, here we go. I think that's more what I was going for. Okay, then for this one. Is that too purple? Actually, it is decently purple, so maybe this is fine. Yeah, it's okay. Let's get back that, what was that dark color? Put some of that in. It's not dark enough. Yeah, in general, I think this one is pretty light. Mm, like these shadows need to be like super saturated. Mm, it- and that is too dark, weirdly enough. Pen! Right, something like that, I guess. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take like a white or like a super pale blue and just put in um the mist here. This kind of stuff in there. Maybe put some... Whoa! Okay, maybe that's too intense. It's okay, I'm gonna blend this out afterwards. Or no, maybe with the opaque. Ah! Not that. Hmm. Yeah, it's looking kind of weird. I'm like not getting the right texture that I want. Also, I think I'm gonna really need to get some stuff underneath it for it to blend into. This opaque watercolor brush is just not quite doing it. Probably take the dense one and put in a little bit more of a border. And I am gonna have to put this stuff in too. Okay. Um, let's try to fix this. What color did we have for that? Something like that. Whatever, close enough. Um, we are kind of starting to run up on time issues, so let's see how quickly we can at least get in a basic gist of this other stuff. I need to get this part in. It's getting very purpley over there. Maybe not this purpley, but I'm gonna start with that and then blend it out. I think that's gonna give us a nice effect. Um, maybe get some of this in here too. Some nice like cyans. I think this purple actually needs to be much paler. Ah! Hmm. You know what? I think it's time to just blend this into that. Combine the layers, and then we can mess with them all together. Like so. Get the transparent watercolor brush, which I'd like to use for some blending. Pen is gone again. Oh boy. Hmm. Not cover up the purple too much because I like the purple. And we're definitely going to need to get some more of that teal back. Took out a little bit too much of it. Okay, cool. Um, I think the grass in the foreground might be one of the later things that I put in. Is this good? That might be too dark. Something more like that. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Maybe more of like a darker, grayer, maybe too gray. Let's just use the transparent for that. Some of this foreground. And then lighten some of these up a bit, especially over here. So many colors happening. You know what? I think I might just blend or put this onto this layer. Just no, that's a risky move. Okay, the thing that I really do want to do is add in some of this other stuff. Like this rock here is totally missing, and we have this like plant thing here and this thing. Today, regret tomorrow. Yeah, it's risky business. Let's see if I can find that blue we were using again. Was it this blue? I think I put this stuff too low. It needs to be higher. So I'm just gonna ignore my sketch. I'm gonna take this out for now and then fix it as I go. We need to get some of these yellows in here. Let's maybe just get this yellowy color that we had before. No, that's not really working. We need something a little bit more intense than that. Um, it's gonna be too green. That's gonna be too green. I think that still needs to be warmer. Close enough. Okay, we've got that going. I do want to fix this gap. Just put something in there. Whoops, not with that brush though. Get that. Then let's pen! No! Why? And then over in our like water layer, I think we need to make sure to put in the darker colors over in here. All right, we've got that. Let's fix this bit. Just kind of. Yeah, like that. Let's fix this layer maybe. Because now that's definitely covering up too much of this stuff here. Pen! Oh, wrong layer. I don't want I don't want to be erasing that layer for sure. Let's just get rid of this. Maybe I should just delete this layer and start that over because it looks really weird. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. This all looks strange. I think I shouldn't have used the brighter color. I think I should have just used this. What even is this? Is this a weird color? I think that'll do for now. Um, what else do we need to put in? I want to put in this thing and this thing. And let's just put in the grass. Here, yeah. Let's just put that on a separate layer. And I think we can have like two colors of grass. We can have like a lighter and a darker grass. That's too dark for my light grass. Pen! Pen, come back. Okay, that's maybe too light for any kind of grass. Okay, there's light grass, and then let's get a darker color for dark grass. Is that going to be too dark? Kind of. Like that's too purpley. Let's get one more like this, maybe. That seems too light. You know what? Let's make 3 different colored grasses then. Why not? Oh my gosh, what is that? Do not do that. Do not do that either. Don't do that either. What the heck is it doing? Oh my gosh, sorry about that. I think I'm like accidentally hitting these buttons at the bottom, which is super annoying. Pen. Pen, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Pen. Do that, and then let's get just like a slightly darker color for the darkest of grasses. That's not dark enough. Maybe still not quite dark enough. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of extra dark grass. Pen. No. No. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. I still need to put in so much more detail in these like reflections. I need all these glowy bits. Come on. We're not done yet. Okay, you know what? I'm done with the grass, I think. Um let's maybe even just like take this layer and take our light colors here and maybe just put in some more like, oh gosh, I don't like how, where even is it? Yeah, this rock thing here just looks weird to me. I think we'd need some more like yellowy colors on it, maybe. Whatever, close enough. Let's maybe put in like one of our flowers. Oh, maybe that should just be on a separate layer. Okay, whatever, separate layer. What was that color that we used for this, I think? I would really like to put in some of that, some of these yellow flowers too. Okay, let's see. First, I think I want to put in some really quick clouds. Just let's see how fast we can put in some clouds. Wrong brush. We need something a little bit stronger. Pen! No! Come on. Come back, pen. Okay, there we go. It's back. Okay, and then some of these do need to be with like a lighter brush. I think that's maybe okay for clouds. Okay, I think clouds are good. Now, we have about 7 minutes left. The main thing I really want to focus on is the glowy bits. If we have time after that, I think I'm just going to ignore this thing. I don't think I have time for that. But if we do have extra time, I want to put in the flowers. So, glowy is priority number one. I think we first need to start by fixing up the water a little bit more. We just need some lighter colors in there. Like, whoops. What am I doing? Like in here. Getting some lighter colors. Oh man, I need to get the reflection of this too. Make it slightly purpley. A little bit purpley. Let's ignore that rock. The rock doesn't exist. We don't need it. Okay, and then put some more variety on these. Smooth that out with some transparent watercolor. Put some darker colors in there to just add more contrast between that and the glowy bits. Right, we need darker. Um, and, whoa, that doesn't look right at all. Okay, now I think we're ready for glowy bits. Should we just put them on a separate layer? I think maybe we'll put them on a separate layer. Let's start maybe with some of the teal. Whoops. The most important ones, of course, are the like pinky purple ones. Well, that's okay, maybe too much. Let's go with the opaque watercolor. Like that, and then would this purpley be purpley enough? Maybe. Hard to say. Whoa, what the heck is that? That is not correct at all. I want purpley. I think it's just getting blended into this. Let's do another layer, I guess. That's not quite right. Pen, come back. That's also not quite right. That's decently close. It needs to be smaller, I think. Use the opaque. No. I need something like in between these two. I wonder if like the smooth watercolor would work. I don't normally use that brush. No, that doesn't do shit. I think dense is kind of going to be our best bet here. Maybe smooth watercolor will do the trick. I can't draw the lines straight enough. Oh gosh. Why did they keep wiggling? Okay, there we go. That's getting there. I do really want to put some more of that highlight in this reflection here. I think that would look really nice. Um, hmm. And let's put a little bit of the purplies in here too, because here where like the shallow waters are refracting the light, it gets some like purpley effects. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about this. We are at time, so no, I really need to put those flowers in. Let's see how fast we can do that. Oh, oh God, it's blending. It's blending into the blue. Oh no. Pen, Pen, I really need you right now. Really need you. Please come back. Oh no. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. I would really like to spend some more time fiddling with more stuff, but unfortunately, I do think we are out of time. That's so disappointing. All right. Well, it looks decent. I really like the effect of this lighting on the edge of the rocks here with the very cool toned rocks and shadows and this warm light just kind of around the edge. I think that's very pretty. But I like I sort of kind of got it done. You did well. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Well, thank you. It is a challenge with these, you know, timed speed paints. I have to say, looking at the little preview thing in the corner, those look pretty much identical. That's actually kind of funny. Gotta love warm colors. Yeah. Especially like warm lighting. Let's take a look at um the values here. That's honestly surprisingly good. Like the thing that stands out is this part. My rock here is way too light. And this part, my rock is way too dark because I just didn't get a chance to mess with it some more. But overall, not bad. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this was a nice one. A plus, thank you. This one has so many fun colors. It has that like interplay of the blues and cyans and like not quite purples, like well, definitely these pinks, like pinky purple, glowy colors. That's a nice one. I'm pretty happy with the how the grass in the foreground turned out too. That was kind of fun. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. I guess that will be it for today. There won't be another speed paint for a long while. I'm so next week I'm just gonna have I think one stream of the devil, and then after that I am going on vacation. So I'll be out for a few weeks. I think regular streams will return about the week of like October 20th. So it'll be a while. Enjoy your vacation. Thank you. So yeah, I'll work on posting time lapses. Oh, awesome. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for doing those. They're very fun to watch. All right, cool. Well, I guess if you're just here for the speed paints, I'll see you in at the end of October. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you guys on in Tuesday's stream for Up the Devil, because that should be really fun too. It's been a really cool game so far. I'm so disappointed about the pen though. So, okay, admittedly, I switched out the nib for my original pen nib and I switched out the battery. Honestly, mostly just in case I ended up needing to return this thing. I don't want to like use its nib. I don't think the nib or the battery could be the problem. it could potentially be a problem. I could try switching it to its original ones, but I highly doubt it, especially since this nib, I actually, I replaced it on my old pen pretty recently. So it shouldn't, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. And the battery I also replaced recently. I don't know. It's a mystery. Yeah, I think I probably will just return this pen because whatever is wrong with my pen not working, whether it's the actual pen or my computer being weird, um, replacing the pen does not appear to fix it, unfortunately. It's kind of disappointing. I do feel like it was doing a little bit better than some of the pen problems we've had before, but I'd love to catch your game streams, but impossible in schedules. I'm always sleeping. Yeah, I think you're in a much earlier time zone, so it's like super late for you. Quite the predicament you found yourself in. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna like replace my computer over this. What I could do is just get an external drawing tablet. I actually do have one. I don't think I've ever tried to use it with this computer. I could try to connect it. Of course, drawing on like a separate surface is not nearly as convenient as drawing on the actual surface of the laptop. There are some advantages to doing a separate device though, because first of all, my screen is actually touch sensitive. So sometimes if I'm trying to draw and I like accidentally hit it with my finger or something, it makes like extra marks, which is so frustrating. And obviously when I'm drawing, like my hand and my pen obscure my view. Whereas if I was drawing on a separate device and looking at it on the screen, I would have a better view of the screen. So there are advantages. I could potentially give that a try. My tablet is super old, so I don't know if it even still works, but I could try to use that. But in the meantime, I think I might just return the new pen because it doesn't seem to have helped. All right. Well, thank you for coming. I hope you guys had fun. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.